let's just start right into it. So, hello, we've got, everybody's back. We're going to be continuing with Refractions of Glasston. The scenario written by a bunch of college students. Let's see. Yeah, a bunch of different people. I'll say all their names at the end of the stream, which you can find on the Miskatonic repository, and there will be a link down. There will be a link in the comments after the stream is finished. I have with me AJ, Undead King 420, Javier, and Cody. And yeah, they are playing. Cody's playing Thomas. Javier is playing Zeke. Get off of here. And AJ is playing Charles. All right. So where we last left off, Javier, I think you were at the church, right?
Yeah. I got arrested.
Okay. Are you getting arrested? Is that what's happening? Yeah.
I'm getting arrested.
Okay. Are you getting arrested? After the stream is finished. I have with me AJ, Undead King 420, Javier, and Cody. And yeah, they are playing. Cody's playing Thomas. Javier. All right, I think I might have it. It might be a little bit better now, hopefully. Are you getting arrested? Is that what's happening? Yeah. Let me type it in there. Is this working better? Please let me know if it is. And if it's not, I'm just going to go because we're here to play a game, so. All my other streams have had glitching problems. It was actually a miracle when our first game seemed to have none. So, yes, wonderful. Okay, we're just gonna start. All right. Okay. So why will that not go away? Get out of there. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So you're getting arrested. I think where we left off, he took the glove off his hand, right? And you saw that his whole hand was kind of made of glass. And Charles, where were you?
Trying to bust the glass in the middle of the street.
Is that right? Yeah. Did you go back in the... You went back in the house, though, and saw that Thomas was gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you went back in the house, you saw that Thomas was gone, and you're getting arrested. Yeah. All right. Okay, we're gonna start with Zeke Bombear. You are staring in horror at this strange appendage at the end of the pastor's hand. Let me see if I've got my notes. Yes, I do. Wonderful. Okay. At the end of, what's his name? Pastor Floyd Thomas. Yes. You see that you can see flesh underneath the coating of glass, or the clear, translucent, whatever it is, because it looks like glass, but it also looks something unlike anything you've ever seen before in your life. It is extremely... It catches light and reflects it in the colors of a rainbow, including a few colors that you almost can't even put your name on and put a name to. And underneath the translucent coating, you can see the muscle underneath and a bit of the bone of the hand.
That's nasty.
And yeah, that's not very good for either the pastor's health or your mental health. So you are currently just standing there staring at it, and the and
make a sanity check.
Yes. Thank you. Let me see. Can I pull up the Discord so that we can look and see for sanity checks? Yes, I can. All right.
What was my sanity? Oh, 49. Okay. Go. 6. Yeah, fail. Okay.
All right. You are going to take. Let me type it in. Uh, 2 points of sanity damage, so that's not too bad.
No.
All right.
We're taking this fairly well.
Yep. You're just kind of looking at it and yeah, you're not fazed by it. You've felt it in yourself already, so it's less upsetting to you. It's still terrible, but
I feel like that sometimes.
the police officer Joan is standing behind you, or the sheriff. She's got her arms crossed, and she's looking at the pastor's hand, and she's looking kind of, she looks a little apprehensive, actually. What are...
You've done.
Say it again?
Kind of like, oh, now you've done it. But
Yeah. What are you going to do?
I'm not handcuffed currently, am I?
You are not.
I don't have anything in athletics. Well, I'm not going to be able to talk my way out of this, so, you got me.
Alright, so they know that you have this, whatever it is, inside of you. And just so the people who are watching know, last time we started running this, I did not have access to the actual scenario, so now I downloaded it on my dad's phone so that I can at least have some reference point. So if I'm ever looking down, that's what I'm looking at, just so you know. So you know that they now know that you are infected with whatever this is. It's in you, because you showed the pastor your hand, right?
Yeah, and last I knew, I just had a little splinter of it.
Yes, it's not very much. Yeah, it's nothing like that. He was showing it to you to show that he knows what you mean, but he's still just smiling at you.
Don't look at me like that.
But you must understand that it's not that bad. Like, my hand... He takes his hand, and he walks toward the wall of the church, the outside brick wall. He takes his hand and starts slamming it into the wall. He punches the wall multiple times, and then he turns back to you and kind of just holds his hand up and shows you that it's completely unfazed by the brutal treatment it just received. It's like numb. I don't even feel anything in it now. It hurt when this first started happening. It was when Winters had his people install the new stained glass, which I was actually pretty mad at him about, because stained glass is supposed to depict something of the Christ child, or something at least mildly religious, and I mean, this is literally just a forest scene type deal. He did not put any type of religious memorabilia in there. In fact, he even put a few things that I was almost completely objected to. But yes, after that, this happened. I'm assuming it's from his new business. But I mean, it's not that bad, right?
That's not natural. That's not that. And you call yourself a holy man? That's not normal.
I mean, it's not normal, but perhaps it is.
That goes against God right there.
How do you know it's not the will?
It might be the will, but not of God.
Maybe it is the will of God, though. It could be.
I beg to differ.
The police, Joan is still standing there, and she's, like, she kind of adjusts her eye patch. Did you see, actually the eye patch? You saw it, right? Yeah. Okay. Um, she flips the eye patch back down, covering the strange little marble piece of glass inside of it, where the eye is supposed to be.
And that's what I thought it was at first, was just a marble, and I was like, oh, I can get you a better fake eye than that.
Well, obviously you know too much now.
I think I know too little.
We cannot have you breaking the peace.
Hey, I'm all right. I'm all right with you. I have no problems here. You know, like, hey, I'm one of you now, right? Hail the glass.
What? It's nothing to hail. It's just I think it's some type of sickness or disease. And we've been looking into it as much as we can, trying to discover what it is, really.
Well, like you said, it's the will of God.
Well, that's what he said. I didn't say that.
Oh, this is the oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. Yeah.
Okay, well, now that it's the policewoman, please tell me you're not as crazy as that.
No, of course not. I don't believe this is the will of God, but it's some kind of sickness, and the Dr. Joseph was unable to. He hasn't seemed to be able to fix it. No one can. It is unnatural.
So are we? Am I at the police station now, or?
No, you're still. You're still right outside the church.
But the pastor's still there.
Yes.
Okay.
The pastor's he's kind of in the doorway because he doesn't really like leaving the church.
Yeah, I guess I'll surrender to the cop and just say, you know, just take me in and we can discuss
all right.
the matter.
She takes your arm and starts. She's like, "Can I trust you to not need handcuffs?"
I'll go peacefully.
All right. All right. She takes your arm and starts walking you down the street. However, you go right past the police station, and she continues walking you down the street.
Where are we going?
Obviously, we're going to take the problem to its core, because I kind of want to figure out what's going on now, too.
So, okay, back up. Are you with me or against me?
What? I'm not with or against anyone but the law, sir.
Right, okay. Are you with them?
Who's them? It's a sickness. It's not a cult, for Christ's sake. What do you mean?
I don't know that. There's obviously some weird stuff going on. If he's not freaking out about it, it's obviously messing with his head.
That is true. Plus, you know, his parents killed themselves when he was very young, and he kind of.
He mentioned that.
Yeah, he's a kind of disturbed individual. I don't think that there's anything. I think that we just need to work this out with the hopefully with whoever runs the factory or whatnot, which is where we're going to go ask some questions.
Well, what about? Can I get my partner? Can I get Charles first?
Yeah, sure. So you're gonna investigate with me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Sure. Of course. She takes a cigar out and lights it, and she just kind of watches you as you go, and kind of timidly, kind of looking back, wondering, is she really just letting you walk off? But she is, and you. I assume you return to the hotel,
Right.
or the restaurant hotel thing.
The tavern.
Yeah. All right. You return. AJ, you're still kind of standing in the middle of the room looking. You're looking around you're wondering. You checked under the bed because you remember him hiding under the bed before. But Thomas is nowhere to be seen. And Zeke, you walk in.
Yeah.
All right. So Zeke walks in, and you are Charles, what is your reaction? What's going on?
Charles was probably just like standing there smoking on his pipe, and when Zeke walks in, he's going to jump and maybe point a shotgun at the door. But once he realizes it's him, he's going to be like, oh, it's just you. Okay.
All right. What do you guys? So Zeke, you don't see Thomas anywhere.
Where's the other one? Where's Jerry?
Well, I went outside to try to break these bottles, and when I came back in, he was gone.
Did you see the pastor doesn't leave. Did you see anybody leave the building?
No, I didn't, but I was pretty preoccupied by trying to break these bottles in the street.
Yeah, well, like I said, don't touch those with your bare hands anymore. This whole town is affected by this. The pastor, both of his hands are straight glass, but inside are like, his skin is just glass, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Charles, make an intelligence roll. Let's see if you believe what he's saying to you. Because it is likely that you do not. Did that even work?
That worked.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I did not pass though.
all right. You do not believe what he is telling you. Just so you know, you think that he might have. You think he might have cracked under all this stuff going on. You can't believe that someone's entire hand actually turned to glass or anything like that. You do know that your cough has gotten worse, though. Just so you know.
Well, I'm not sure that anyone's hand, like, you were saying his skin turned to glass?
Well,
This sounds crazy.
Well, look at you. You were just coughing up glass not too long ago.
Yeah.
You ate from that glass.
I don't know. I mean, I could be inclined to believe you if I was shown evidence.
Yes,
Look,
that would be correct.
Let's go get that evidence because the police woman, the sheriff lady, is waiting outside. We're going to the source. We're going to the factory to figure this out once and for all.
We're going to the factory.
Yeah, TW Winter, TJ Winter, whatever it is.
All right, we're going to switch to Thomas. Now, Thomas, if you remember, you heard footsteps walking up to you, right? And you're like hanging upside down, and you're blindfolded and gagged. You feel someone's hands kind of take a hold of you, and it seems almost like they take you off a rack. Like it feels like you were hanging on something, and they kind of take you off it, almost like you're a human piece of flesh or something weird that's hanging on a hook. Do you struggle at all? Your audio is
Oh, can you hear me now?
yes.
Okay, yes. I will struggle, yes.
Okay, cool. As they pick you up, you try to struggle, and they are alerted for the first time that you are actually awake right now. So how are you struggling? You just start, like, trying to... You're tied up, so you just kind of start throwing yourself around, almost like you're in a straitjacket type thing, just, like, flipping all over the place. All right. Roll for... Every time I need to check to see what the skills are. Roll for Probably acrobatics or whatnot. You know what? Roll for, we'll use fighting brawl. Roll for brawl.
Alright.
As you start flipping around like a fish almost.
I don't think I have that one filled out.
Really?
Yeah.
It starts at 25%, I believe.
Oh yeah, I see that. Okay, got it. Alright. Oh. I think that's a pass, right?
That most certainly is. Good job. Okay. What is the goal here? So what are you trying to do? You're trying to get out of their arms?
Yeah, and, well, I don't know if I can necessarily get myself free, but yeah, just try to make sure that they don't harm me, so try to get out of their arms, yeah.
Alright, you kind of start squirming, and they actually are so surprised as you start moving, they thought you were almost dead, that they drop you. And you start rolling around on the ground, and you feel different pieces cutting into you.
Oh.
But they also cut the ropes that are binding you. You're going to take 1 point of damage, but you are also no longer tied up. You're still blindfolded and gagged. And as you are moving around, your hand suddenly goes out into space, one of your hands, and you stop moving in that direction. But it feels like there's some type of hole or pit or something to your right. You have no idea where you are.
Alright, so, can I just, like, take off my blindfold and stuff like that?
You can, yeah. Alright, so you're going to, yeah.
I'll do that, and I'll look at, like, the empty space.
Alright, you rip the blindfold off and look down into a pit full of some type of powdery dust. It goes down, let me see. Let me find the exact amount it goes down. I believe it goes down not super far, but far enough so that if you were down there, it would be pretty difficult to get out. Okay, yeah. Okay, it goes down like 7 feet. And at the bottom of the pit, there's a bunch of dust.
Okay. I guess my next move would be to look at what was cutting me.
There's glass all over the floor.
Oh, that's fun. Dang.
There's broken pieces of glass. And as you look around the room, you see that you are inside what you would assume to be is the factory. You see a lot... In fact, you know what? Alright, so you look around, you see that it's a huge open space that you're in. There are people mixing stuff together. And there's bellows and heating apparatus, as well as barrels marked with different things. They are marked with sand, L stone, and K dust. Those three things are being mixed together to make the glass. And there are people walking around. It is nighttime, right? Yes, okay.
I believe so.
Yeah, it's nighttime. You see something is off about the people, though. They seem to be walking in very, very methodical patterns. And they are completely covered in, like, they have long sleeve shirt, gloves, a hood, like a bandana, pants, that you really can't see any inch of their skin. And everything they do is very methodical. And they're just making more and more of the glass jars and different types of glass items. Seeing this, is rather disturbing. Not super disturbing yet, but it's getting there. And you also are instantly regret having rolled around on the floor because now you have multiple cuts in your back area from pieces of glass that are on the floor. There are two men near you. They seem to be the ones who were trying to carry you. They're both like 6 feet tall, and they both look like thugs, kind of. They're big guys that seem not like the brightest people around.
Okay, I will ask them who they are.
So you're just gonna be all right. So you turn to them. You're like, "Who are you?" And one of them walks up to you, and he attempts to hit you. Roll for dodge.
All right.
It seems like he's trying to knock you into the pit.
All right. Okay. That is a pass.
Nice. Okay. All right. So he walks up to you and tries to sock you in the face and knock you back into the pit, but it completely misses, and his momentum kind of throws him off balance, and he falls into the pit himself as you kind of dance around the rim of it out of the way. The other one is just looking at you, and he does not answer you or your question. It looks like he might be also hostile towards you. What are you going to do? You've got a turn to do something before he makes a move.
Is there before he makes a move. Jeez. Is there an exit that I can see nearby?
I mean, there's no thing marked exit, but there are big double doors at the end of the warehouse type thing, and there are other doors at different areas of the rooms. You're pretty sure the big double doors, though, are like the entrance to the place. So they would also technically be the way out.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the double doors.
All right. You turn and you start running to the double doors. Let me think about this. Okay. So first of all, as you're running away, you hear screams coming from the man in the pit. As you're running toward the door, I'm going to need you to make a luck check. So you're rolling to try and get underneath whatever your current luck is.
Alright.
And the reason for this is we're trying to see if...
Ooh. Pass, but barely.
All right, good job. All right, you almost run into some of the walking drone-like people or robot-like people, but you kind of just jump out of the way, and they do not move out of the way for you. And you just weave through them to make it to the doors. None of them seem to really notice you. You make it to the double doors, and do you just slam them open and try to run out?
Yeah.
As you go to grab the handle, the doors open. And you see your friends with the chief of police. And what is your reaction to that? What are you thinking when you see that?
I'm really, happy to see them because, I know that whatever I'm going to see it with them, so I'm not going to be alone, and I'm not going to feel crazy, so.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you see your friends with the chief of police, and the chief of police is just kind of looking at you. Have you met her yet? I don't remember if you were hiding under the bed.
She came to the door and I was hiding under the bed.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. She has no idea who you are. You guys, what are you doing? You were all just reunited, and you are looking out at this madness in this place. It's very loud in here. And you basically see what I described to him a little while ago. There's a lot of weirdos that are walking around like robots and doing different tasks. And yeah.
So this is like the main door that we just walked in, and like outside in, and that's all that's in there?
That's all you see. There's other doors inside the place, but yes, those are the way to get in. There was a so when you guys were walking up there, I'm kind of skipped over some stuff. I'm assuming you guys went to go see the pastor to show him that the pastor was hurt, right? Or like actually had glass hands or whatever. And Charles accepted this. You guys went back, met up with Joan. You guys went up to the factory, which was a pretty long walk. Then the front of the factory is padlocked, but Joan had the key, or had a key, so she was able to get you in. And you guys opened the doors right as Thomas was running out.
Okay.
It looks like there are more things inside the place itself. There are some stairs in the back, and let me see what else. There is some stairs down as well. So there's like at the back of the room, there's stairs up, and then right beneath them, kind of, there are stairs down. Yeah, you have
We hear the screaming coming from the pit.
You do hear the screaming coming from the pit.
All right.
The other man who was about to attack Thomas is kind of looking into the pit, and he has a grimace on his face.
I'm probably not gonna say anything, except probably mutter some stuff under my breath, but like, probably nothing out loud.
All right. The sheriff looks around and takes in the people walking around. And she turns to you guys. She's like, what do you think the best course of action here would be? This is... None of the drone-like people are even noticing you, though.
Honestly, if they're not noticing us, then, I mean, I would say we could try to find clothes and, like, blend in with them, maybe, and try to walk like them, and they won't suspect anything.
Okay.
I think my main concern is what happened to you. How did you end up here?
See, I really don't know. The last thing I remember is, I heard Charles trying to break the, bottles and stuff, and the next thing you know, I was hanging upside down, and, some of that glass got into my back, so that's probably not good.
Understatement of the year. It's probably not good, Okay. Well, yeah, the last thing you remember was you heard a knock at the door, and you went to the door, and that's it. Blank after that, until you woke up hanging upside down.
Alright.
What's in the pit?
You guys are pretty far away from the pit. He ran away.
Yeah, why is there screaming coming from the pit? What is going on?
Okay, so there are these two guys. They were like really big, and one guy tried to hit me, and he fell in a pit made of dust, and it could have been the same dust that symbol was made out of at that cabin. I don't know, but they also used the dust to make the glass, and I honestly don't know what's going on. The pit really deep, and yeah, that's pretty much what's going on right now.
I think we should get out of town and move back, like.
Can't just leave.
So,
to be honest, Charles, you're already too far gone. I can just cut my hand off and call it. Like,
well, you don't know that.
I don't know. I mean, I saw the doctor giving some people some stuff. Maybe he could cure us or something.
Did you not hear the police woman? She said that the doctor can't cure it. You know what? Okay. What do you? Since you're the veteran investigator, Charles, what do you want to do?
Well, Charles is just
I
gonna
ain't never seen anything like
go
this
in there.
before, and I'd rather not.
You remember that you already... Who did you say this to already? I think you already said something about leaving. I don't remember exactly who you said it to, but someone told you... Whoever you were talking to said the bus that takes you out is not arriving again until next week. Or it's like takes a week from... It comes in every week. So you would walk, basically. Be pretty far.
Yeah. Isolation.
Okay, so...
Well, I'd
It's
rather
a-
not
it's a-
die.
The weirdest thing about this right now, that you guys notice, is that no one seems to be paying any attention to you. All of these people are just going about their business. The guy at the edge of the pit has kind of sat down at the edge of the pit, and he's got his head in his hands. The screaming is starting to get less.
Charles wants to, like, go in there and check out what's in the pit.
All right, you're gonna walk. Are you going to? So as you're walking down the different aisles in between vast amounts of machinery and different things that are being used to make the glass, you get in. Someone's walking. One of the people is walking, and you kind of cut ahead of them. Are you going to stop for them, or are you going to try to go past them?
I'll probably just let them pass.
Okay, you let them pass. They continue without even noticing you. You wait for them, then you continue. You make it to the edge of the pit, and you see the guy is kind of sitting there like that. Are you going to look into the pit?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you look into the pit, and you see... nothing pleasant. Okay, so first off, you look in there and you see that there's this dust everywhere. All right, so there's this bluish, shimmery, grayish dust. You see a man is at the bottom. And he... Come on, where is this? This man is not looking so good. He has little shards of glass coming out of him. At different patches of grotesque inflamed skin are all over him. He's got this rash over a lot of parts of his body. The few that you can see. And you see that a lot of the clothes he's wearing are kind of ragged and torn. Nothing else seems that out of the ordinary, but you notice that the man's chest is moving up and down, he's breathing, but he's not making any other noise, and his eyes are closed.
Charles is gonna go up to that other guy that's sitting down with his head in his hands and ask him what the hell is going on. That's some crazy stuff, weird stuff down there.
I never knew I was going to be taking this on when we signed up for this. You know, it pays really well. What are you doing here?
I've come to investigate all this weird stuff that's going on in this factory.
You don't want to. You don't want to. You're gonna die here. This place will be your grave if you keep looking into it. Obviously, men like us are expendable.
I'm gonna walk up and ask him why they got Thomas.
He wasn't the only one we were supposed to get. He was the only one in the room. He stands up. I'm leaving. Are you coming with me?
No, you have to stay here. Can't just leave. You're about to throw my friend in that weird pit or something.
Do you not understand what I'm saying to you? You're gonna die if you stay here!
That's all I had to hear. I'm leaving.
So he's gonna pull out his shotgun and he says the only one that's gonna die is you if you don't show us where the who runs this place.
TJ Winters.
Take us to his office.
His office is up the stairs. I'm not taking you up there. He paid me. He hired me.
Fine.
I didn't tell you he's up there. You're all gonna die.
How do you know you're not gonna die for leaving?
It's better than staying here. This place is gonna be your tomb.
You didn't sign up for this job. You're the one that signed up for the job.
No one told me what was going to happen. Thomas, where are you? Did you come up with them as well, up to the edge of the pit?
I am trying to keep my distance because I don't fully trust this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I've made my money. I'm leaving. He turns and starts walking away. He's walking to the double doors.
Where's the police woman?
She's still over by the doors, and she's still kind of taking everything in. And she's also watching you guys.
She's not gonna stop this guy?
Well, he's walking toward the double doors, and she takes out a pistol and kind of holds it up. And you can see that she does not look like she's going to let him pass. But as he's going up to the door, and his intent is very clear that he wants to leave, two of the drone-like people kind of turn, and they both grab hold of him. They both grab his arms. And then he starts screaming. And you see blood dripping off his arms. And you hear snapping noises as his bones are being broken inside his body as they're squeezing his arm. And then they both pull. And the arms are basically ripped out of their sockets. And the man falls to the floor screaming at the top of his lungs. I need everyone to make a sanity check. And
do we take any sanity damage for that? Please.
So Cody, your roll was first, right? You succeeded, correct?
yes, I did.
All right, you take 1 point of sanity damage.
All right.
I failed.
All right.
Oh.
You take more than 1 point of sanity damage.
I passed.
All right, good for you. You take 1 point as well, per Undead King. And Javier, you are going into a bout of madness. You took 5 points of sanity damage.
Okay.
You watch as they begin trampling the corpse beneath their feet and stomping into him. You hear more cracking noises as his ribs break, and yeah, there's a lot of blood on the floor, but more of it is just like his body is just like collapsing inside of itself as these people are just completely mutilating his corpse, basically. Let me find the... Alright, so you're going into a bout of madness. What is your character thinking at this moment?
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Okay, well... You suddenly become far more paranoid about these creatures. And you develop a bit of a phobia towards things that seem monotonous, things that seem like they are out of the ordinarily. Repeating the same task over and over again is giving you the creeps now, as you've seen what these things are capable of. So yeah, that is a phobia. I don't know exactly what you'd call it, but just write it down, basically. Fear of monotonous things, or unnaturally normal, almost. It's weird. You are also going to try to run. Is anyone going to try to stop him? You know what? No. Let me ask you. Who wants to make who has higher intelligence? Thomas or Charlie?
I have 70.
Undead King, you're muted.
I have 80.
Okay.
Alright.
Charles, make a intelligence roll as you watch Zeke suddenly make a break for it. He's going to try to leave through the front doors. He's already expressed multiple times his desire to get the heck out of here. And now it's just, he snapped.
That is a pass.
Okay, you realize that these creatures attacked and killed the thug for attempting to leave. That was the reason that they attacked him. Or at least it seemed like it was. And you immediately are like, wait, you really don't want to try to leave the same way that guy just left. You can try to stop him. Are you going to?
Yeah, I'm gonna yell out and be like, no, don't go out there. They're gonna, like, rip your arms off.
So you yell that to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. You yelled it. Thomas, are you going to act on what was just yelled?
I'm gonna act like I'm part of them. I have no clue who this man is. Don't know who he is. Nope. Just gonna ignore what he said.
Okay, then.
Not gonna look at him.
Nope, okay. Well, Zeke, you are running. And you... Oh, gosh, okay. You kind of go into a strange state of mind where you suddenly feel an intense fear of what is behind you, but an invincibility to just keep moving forward. And you start running at top speed toward the double doors, and suddenly you feel a blinding pain in your leg.
My leg.
Yes. And this pain snaps you out of this mindset, and you suddenly realize that these creatures are probably going to kill you. In fact, they're probably killing you right now. And you're still paranoid. But then you realize that the pain is different than something you would imagine. And everyone else, you just watched as Joan shot him in the leg to make sure that he couldn't leave. You take 4 points of damage. Are you still alive?
Yeah, I got 5 hit points.
Okay. All right. So you took 4 points of damage from that.
Well, I was at 9.
Yeah.
Because of my hand. So would I take a major wound from that?
that's over half in total, right?
Well, my full HP is 10, and I'm at 5 right now. And I just took 4 from 9, so...
I actually don't... I think it's only when you take half in a single blow, is that right?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Alright, you do not take it. You're not at a major wound yet. You got shot in the leg, though.
Right, so I'm down.
Alright, so your leg is basically... It did not penetrate the bone itself. You kind of got lucky. It went into your muscle more.
She grazed me, or she actually shot me.
It more grazed you. And you fall to the floor right before you were kind of at the point. And as you fall to the floor, you fall and you're looking into the face of the man who's being trampled.
So they're still trampling him?
Yeah, pretty much. There's a big pile of gore in the middle of the room now. You get up and you're kind of shaking as you move away from that, and you turn away from it and look back at your friends. And you really, your leg hurts really bad. It's burning like all hell. What are you going to do? Joan just shot you. How do you feel about that? Do you think that, are you mad at her for that? Or do you understand why? Do you think, your character?
I feel like I would have just zoned out. And I just woke up face to face with a guy getting trampled to death. So I think I'm kind of just in a blur right now, like what just happened. And I guess when it comes to, you shot me.
Yeah. She lowers
Do I know she shot me, or do I think Charles shot me?
Charles, you've still got your gun out, right?
Gun.
Yeah, you still
That would have, like, blown your leg to bits.
Oh, yeah.
And I also am, like, 30 feet away from you.
Yeah, you were far closer to Joan, and you were facing Joan, and she had the pistol out, and it's, like, smoking and stuff. Like, you know it was her.
But yeah, you just shot me.
She lowers the gun and puts it back in its holster. You were about to leave. Those things just destroyed him for leaving, or for even attempting to leave. I think we need to have a conversation with the man who runs this place.
Yeah, Charles wants to run over to Zeke, trying to dodge all of the weird people walking.
Okay. You are successful at that.
On him.
What do you say to him? Sorry.
No, I was gonna try to, like, bandage him up with some of the gauze.
Okay. Yeah. Make a first aid roll.
Can I perform first aid on myself?
Let me think. Do you have the necessary equipment to do so? He got some from the doctor's office when he was out there.
Yeah. It's just because I haven't trained is all, and I mean, I guess I did take some stuff from him, but I used that on my hand.
Did you succeed on Dead King?
I'm not sure. It is not showing up. Let me try one more time.
I think it says you got a 21, no? Oh. No, yeah, you didn't put the 1.
There it is.
I did not pass, no.
Okay. You walk up and try to bandage it, but you don't actually, like, heal anything, and it doesn't really stabilize him. You feel very slight change in the pain. And At least it stopped bleeding as much as it was before. You know? What are you... Yeah, what are you going to do now? Are you I mean, if you have the supplies, you can try to... If you have the supplies, I'll let you roll first aid for yourself, but it'll be the equivalent of pushing the original roll. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to do that?
Well, let me think.
So what that means, to anyone watching who doesn't know, is that if he fails this, if he decides to do this, it's called pushing the roll, and you justify re-rolling something you've already rolled to see if you can succeed the second time. And if you fail, then that gives me the power to, like, seriously mess it up for them, whatever it is. Pushing rolls is actually a way to push the horror very well for any keepers in the audience. Are you planning on pushing the roll?
I have 60 first aid. What the hell? I'll try it.
All right. Yep, it's still just a normal roll. You're like, you kind of push Charles to the side. You undo what he already did. You undo the bandages that he's put on you, and you try to... How exactly are you doing this? You don't have a bullet in you, so do you try to, like, take ointment or something and put it on yourself?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Things are what they seem told you to do it, so... Things are not what they seem.
There seems to be some problem with the bot on Discord.
No, put exclamation, then put 1D100.
Exclamation 1D100.
Or maybe there is a problem with the bot on Discord.
It says that it's offline right now.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
I can roll my dice.
got the real dice.
Yeah, just roll the real dice then. I don't know why it's not working.
Okay. 18.
18? That is... You don't need to do it. I trust you. That's a success, right? Good job. You are going to gain...
Extreme success.
Alright, you're going to gain 1 hit point. You are now able to use medicine on yourself, which could potentially give you another 1d3 hit points, if you wanted to. And you take out a bottle of... Yeah, okay. Most people don't. It's weird. So you take out something... You take a little bit of a pain-killing ointment and put it on, and you're able to walk now, much better than you were before. You bandage your leg up, you stand up, and yeah, you can walk now.
I'm gonna be gritting my teeth, and I'm just gonna say, let's just get this over with.
Where are you going? So remember, the guy told you that the man's office was up.
Let's just see if he's in his office, and hopefully there's a back way out of here.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be here any longer than I have to be.
Yeah. All right. There is the stairs.
How's my hand, by the way? Because it's been, well, I don't know. It's probably the same. It's only been affected like that for like a couple hours at this point.
That is correct. Yeah, that is actually set into different hours of time frame. Yeah. Your cough has actually gotten worse by this point. Let me see if there's any.
Well, he's been like what, a day?
Yeah, you've had it for a little longer.
This is like our second day here.
Yeah, and you ate out of it in the first day. This is almost the third day, right? Yeah. So that would be the 40 hour. Yeah, okay.
And I ate and drank out of it multiple times.
Cody just got it. I mean, no, sorry. Thomas just obtained it, so he's not.
Yeah.
It's not too bad yet. All right. Well, Undead King, you are actually having some problems right now. Your immune system is starting to get messed up by this, and you suddenly go into a coughing fit. And as you are starting to almost hack your lungs out, you hear something. And it's just a sustained, almost hissing noise. It's just a hiss. And it's really faint, but you hear it. And you need to make a sanity roll for it. And if you have real dice... Cody, do you not have real dice?
I don't know.
Okay, I think one of them could roll for you if you need to roll. I don't know why the bot's not working, but, you know. So, yeah, I need you to make a sanity roll on... sorry, Charles.
Just had to go get my dice real quick.
Alright, I'm going to close that. 1 second.
I got a 7. Well, that is definitely a pass.
Did you say you got a 7 or a 70?
7.
Okay, good. That's good. Alright. Alright, so you got a 7, and that is a success. So you kind of shake it off, and after the coughing fit passes, you some more blood and a couple more particles of glass kind of come out of your lungs when this happens. But the hissing noise passes, and you don't hear anything else, except for all the machinery around you.
Was it hissing while he was breathing, or just while he was coughing?
It was while he was coughing.
So like
None of you guys heard this.
Yeah,
Okay.
just in my head. Charles is gonna try to, like, stand up and get a hold of himself, and try to help Zeke up as well, and try to make our way up to the office.
All right, so you're going upstairs now. All right, the police woman is following you. I'm sorry, Joan. I keep forgetting her name. I don't know why, but I can't stop forgetting her name.
Charles is going to be very much on guard, not trusting her as much now that she shot Zeke.
Yeah, I'll follow them too.
All right, so you are going up the stairs. You said so you go up the flight of stairs and you see a hallway. And in the hallway there are like 2 doors leading off of it, and then 1 door at the end of the hallway. The floor is made of wood, like it's wooden boards, and it's kind of rickety. It almost seems like it's a little bit unsafe.
Let's go.
Which door would you like to go to?
Are there any names on the doors?
The end has the Winters' name above it, so it's likely his office.
Let's go to that one.
All right, so you go to the end door, and you go into Winters' office. It is coated in a thin layer of dust. Several oak shelves hold various books, and a desk sits in a corner by a window. No one is in the room that you can see.
I'll hold my handkerchief over my mouth and nose, kind of.
You notice something on the floor. Rum bottles and pills litter the floor. Yeah. You do not see anything else in here. As I said, there are books on the shelves, though, and he has a desk, so there might be something on the desk.
One of us should stand guard.
The police lady turns around. Joan turns around and has her gun at the ready.
Oh no.
desk. Maybe there's a schedule around there somewhere.
You walk up to the desk and you see an open book on the desk. It seems to be a journal.
I'll read it.
All right, so you go over to it and you turn it towards yourself.
Why's the writer got to read everything? By the way, just so you know, I am 2 points of sanity away from indefinite insanity.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so the first one, so it's just a couple pages. Like, it's just like, there's only 2 pages open. It's the end, really. And you see, which entry are you reading? The very last one?
Whatever page it was on.
All right, so at the top of the page you read 8-23-1921. My business continues to decline. I can't seem to understand what I'm doing wrong, no matter how many extra hours I spend at the office. Our products just aren't selling as well as the competition's. Curse them all. All this stress is driving me to old habits. Tessa says I should give them up, but they help ease my shaking hands, and this brandy helps me sleep. However, I've been having some strange dreams as of late. Then you get 5-16-1922. So it's like the next year. I dread sleeping at night. I keep dreaming of suffocating, drowning in a sea of endless sand. But there's something in the sand with me. I can't see what it is, but I can feel the movement of something shifting near me. It wants me to go find it. The pills seem to be making the dreams worse. Then 11-07-1922, so almost 6 months later. In a noticeably shakier hand, you've got, I found it. Oh God, I found it. I followed its instructions, and I saw it there, waiting in the sand. Those tendrils, and those eyes. Oh God, its horrible, piercing eyes. It told me it could save the company, save my reputation, fix everything. And I wanted to say no, but I was desperate. I wanted to say no. Then the following year, a little calmer, you've got businesses booming. People are buying our jars as fast as we can produce them. No one seems to suspect anything strange. The creature has moved nearer the factory, but I keep the people who can access it limited. Ever since the accident. That's been taken care of. It seems content for now. Then comes something else. A rather interesting page. Let me see. I don't think you probably can't see this. Let me try to show it to you anyway, though. Let me see if you can see this. Let me know if you can.
Done.
Now that is the following page of the journal.
I'm gonna close the journal.
Okay. So you attempt to close the journal. You need to make a sanity roll.
Why did I touch the book? Okay.
If you had stopped reading before that point, jeez. What is it? What'd you get? Is it fail? Okay. How much is that?
Mad you say? Well, yeah, I am.
All right. Let's see. You could possibly not. 1 point. Good job. That was 1d6.
Boys around the edge.
Yep. Okay.
So, did I lose sanity from touching or from reading?
From that page, just the page. It was fine. It was mostly fine up until that, and then that kind of That
I wanted to stop reading when you were talking about glowing red eyes.
You could have stopped there. You could have stopped me. You kept reading. All right. Let me see what else you got here. You also see something else in here.
In the book?
No, not in the book. In the room. 1 second. Let me find it. 2 seconds.
Well, I'm gonna look up from the journal to the guys and say there's something here.
All right.
Like what?
What did you say?
Oh, I said like what?
I don't know what, but something with glowing red eyes, and it's in the sand. So I'd stay away from any sand you come across in this factory because it is here, and it's
Do you
not
think
happy.
the thing with glowing red eyes could have killed my partner?
Anything's possible at this point.
Yeah.
For all we know, it could have been Winters, because he's gone mad. He's not. I can just tell.
Thomas, what were you beforehand? I forgot. What were you before? Like with your partner?
Oh, private investigator.
All right. Make a spot hidden roll. See if you notice anything. Oh wait, is the bot not working?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Can someone else? Let me see.
I think the bot is working again.
Oh, it is? Oh, nice. Okay, never mind.
What is working? Oh yeah. See that.
It's online now? Nice.
That is a fail.
Alright, you look around the room, you start moving over stuff, and you see the book that he already looked at. There is a book on one of the shelves called Ancient Demons and the Spiritual World, along with a bunch of other books on the occult. None of them look good. All of them look rather evil, actually. So, yeah. Other than that, you do not notice anything else in this place. Are you going to open the book?
I do not think now would be the best time, no.
Okay.
I'll not open the book.
Alright. No one else is either, right? You're gonna pass on the book.
Could I...
Charles might want to see what's happening, but he probably wouldn't know. He's not the one who's seeing it.
Could I, take the book and, I don't know, put it under, my jacket or something and, keep it for later?
You can, actually, yeah. You take it...
Yeah, I'll get... There's 2 books, right? There's one on demons and one on occult?
Let me see. Yeah, yep.
Alright, I'll take both of them.
Alright, are you going to show the others that you have these books?
I mean, yeah, I'll just show them just in case
Alright.
they, wanna...
Charles, did you want to look at one of them?
Sure.
Okay, if
Do
you...
you recognize any of these books?
You do not.
Since I studied the occult?
Yeah, I don't think that you do.
It's probably...
You actually notice that the text, there's a title, a brief description which claims that the book helps to defend against all manner of creatures from the depths of hell. The rest of the book is all in Latin. Do any of you know Latin?
Don't believe so, no.
Well, the book is probably not going to be much use to you.
Dang.
All that stuff.
Suddenly you start hearing a scraping noise. It sounds like it's coming from beneath the floorboards of this room.
I'm gonna slowly look down at the floor.
You don't see anything.
The floor is made out of the wood, right? The creaky
Yep.
wood. Alright. I am, yeah, I'm just gonna try to slowly move, like, towards, like, the point on the floor where I hear the noise.
I'm gonna slowly back away towards the door by the police lady.
Alright, the lady has kind of turned around and she's looking into the room because she hears the noise too. And who's going to where you hear it? That's Thomas, right?
Me, yeah.
Alright, yeah. Thomas, you notice you are standing on a rug behind the desk.
Okay. I'm... So that's where the noise is coming from?
Yes.
I am going to either ask for Joan or Charles to come over there real quick.
Joan?
So which either one? That's her name, right? Wait, is it?
Yeah, it's Joan.
Police lady, yeah, okay.
Charles, would you want to go over there or is Joan doing it?
Yeah, I'll walk up there.
Alright. Close the door again. Charles, you walk up to there. What are you going to tell him?
Wait, what am I gonna tell him, or what is?
Yeah. What are you gonna tell Thomas? What are you gonna tell him?
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna lift up this rug right here, and you just be after ready, I guess, just in case something pops out. Is that cool?
Yep, gotcha.
Joan,
all right.
The door.
You're moving the rug.
Bro,
Yeah.
I've got it ready.
All right. Slowly.
There is a trapdoor beneath the rug.
All right. That.
The scraping noise stops.
I think I'm gonna leave it. I don't think I'm gonna open that. I think I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm just gonna back away.
Leave the creepy door alone.
Wow.
Zeke,
Yes.
can you make a spot hidden for me?
Spot.
Yes.
We can see.
We can, can't we?
Oh boy, here we go. That is a pass.
Okay.
Pass.
You, as you're watching them kind of dilly-dally around the trapdoor, you turn around, about to leave, and you see something is walking down the hallway towards you. There is a,
That's something.
Is there a window? Is there a window in the office? Never mind.
there is a transparent figure walking towards you. It is a woman of average build, composed almost entirely of glass, with remnants of organs and bone visible through the glass.
Okay.
On her head, a small chunk of hair still clings to a piece of remaining flesh.
Ugh, nasty. Okay. Is there a window in the office?
There's a window in the office, yes, but you're in the hallway. Are you gonna go back into the office and try to leave? This woman...
The doorway.
Okay. This woman is walking towards you. You notice something a little bit different about her, though. She's blinking. And the other creatures were not.
Okay. Is there a... Well, I'm going to go back in the office regardless. I'm going to say, we got company.
All right, you go back in the office. I
can't go nowhere. I'm stuck.
There is a window in the office, so you could try to leave through that, or you could try to run past the lady. You go in, you see the people kind of still looking at the trapdoor. You leave Joan right outside, and what do you say to them? You're like, we've got company.
Yeah, we got company. There's a glass figure coming this way. I don't know about y'all, but I'm probably gonna jump out that window.
No, does she seem hostile, or is she like...
She's blinking, guys. That's all I know.
She's made of glass and she's blinking?
Yes. I can see
I'm gonna go wait by the door.
Inside.
Who's going to the door?
I'm gonna go wait by the door, but not go out it.
Is there a closet in there or anything? Like a cupboard or something?
Yes, there's a closet.
Deuces. I'm dipping in there.
All right, you open the you go to the closet. You open it. It's dark in there. Are you still going to go in?
Well, closets are usually dark. No, I think I'm just gonna go behind the desk and just wait it out.
You close the closet door
I'm taking too many chances here.
walk over and kneel behind the desk. Okay, cool. Now, Charles, when you go back to the door, you notice that Joan is no longer there.
Oh, goodness. Our backup seems to have left.
Joan is no longer there. However, the creature, or the glass person, is a lot closer than Zeke led you to believe. In fact, they're like a foot away from you and still walking towards you.
Oh, goodness. I don't know. I'll just try to close the door and, like, put something in front of it. I don't know. I don't trust.
All right, you slam the door in their face, and what do you try? You go over and start dragging the desk, and Zeke's like, "Wait a minute, that's my cover!" And you put the desk, you kind of lean it up against the door.
I'm okay with that. I will help him. I'm okay with this.
Okay, yeah, you guys lean it up against the door.
Barricade the door.
Hello, Cactus Gang. Welcome to the stream. I do still play Realm Royale. Yes, haven't played in a while, though. Okay, so you guys lean it up against the door, and you hear pounding on the door outside. It sounds like the glass person is trying to get in.
I'm gonna add my Swiss Army knife to one of them if they want to take it. If they don't have any other weapons.
Does anyone else not have a weapon?
I don't have anything in any fighting skills. I just have 65 in dodge.
All right.
Is the window? Am I able to open the window without touching glass? Because I don't want to touch any glass.
You could try to. You could find. You could take one of those big occult books and throw it at the window if you want to try and break the glass. But there's
not a handle on there or anything.
no. It's a window. You could try to. I mean, I guess you could open it.
Right. I just want to open it without touching any glass. Is all.
You probably could do that. You guys are paranoid now. Oh.
Well, I'm gonna do that. And
All right. So you open the window. It's kind of stuck. Make strength.
okay. I don't need that. success, extreme success.
Good job. All right, you managed to push the kind of rusty window in its iron frame upward. You've got an escape route now.
All right, I'm gonna look down. How far am I from the ground? Because we're on the second floor.
You are.
Second floors are usually about 13 feet up.
Yeah, it's the second floor of a factory, though. So it's more like 15, 16 feet up.
If I jump, will I die?
You're shot in the leg.
Yeah,
Yes.
you are hurt. I mean, you would probably need to roll luck to see if you, or some type of,
Is there a way for me to shimmy down? Is my main, that would be my main goal.
All right, if you held on to the edge of the thing and lowered yourself down, that's like 6 feet, or however tall you are, taken off of the.
Right, I'm a pretty tall guy.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, you can possibly survive the fall.
Okay.
It's not like you're 30 feet in the air or anything like that.
Yeah, because I only have 5 hit points left. I don't want to just Leroy Jenkins out the window and then break my neck. So.
Suddenly the door smashes open and the desk goes flying across the room. And I'm going to need everyone to make a luck roll. Every single person.
Oh, gosh.
Just to see if anyone got hit by it.
Just barely.
You passed?
6.
Succeed. Okay.
Alright. I succeeded.
Okay, and Charles, you're muted again.
Yeah, I failed.
Okay, you're getting hit by the flying desk. I'm sorry. So a desk goes flying across the.
To the door, it only makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah. So you were close to the door. You had your shotgun at the ready, and the thing goes flying towards you. Oh goodness. All right. You can roll dodge. Let's see if you can possibly make the best out of this.
Okay.
Oh, you probably have really low dex. Oh boy.
You can raise your dodge with skill points, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I'm pretty sure that's a failure.
Oh, no.
Okay then.
Yep, that's a failure.
All right. So first, the desk hits you, right? Your gun is pushed against your chest and it discharges.
Oh god.
Not into your chest. It's like this. It discharges to the side. And Thomas, I need you to make a dexterity roll to see if you dive out of the way of the shotgun blast. And Charles, you go flying back along with the thing until you hit into the wall and are sandwiched between the wall and the desk. And you take, or you know what? I'll roll it in the Discord. That makes more
I
sense.
failed.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
Bad stuff is happening right now.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we've got here. So first off, oh my goodness. All right. So this is one.
Bloody mess.
Rest in peace, Thomas.
Okay. Well, first, Undead King, you're taking 8 points of damage.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Are you still alive?
Hit point left.
All right. So that's a major wound, though, right?
I'm dying.
Oh gosh. Okay, we're gonna say
I
you've
have 1 hit point. I am very much dying.
you've cracked ribs from this, and Cody, you need to roll for attack with the shotgun, Undead King.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, or not attack. Roll for damage. See
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's point
me?
blank. That's 46.
The shotgun's damage.
Yeah, it's
Is
point blank
proportional.
range.
That is 4d6.
Oh my gosh.
4d6.
4d6.
All right. Roll 4d. Or you know what? I'll do it. Exclamation 4d6. What do we got? Okay. Thomas. You take a shotgun blast to the chest and it does 17 damage to you. How much health did you have?
Well, I'm just gonna. I'm deceased.
First, let's just see how much health do you have in total. What's your total health?
Total is 9.
Ooh.
So wait, so that's not double though. Double would be 18.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are making. Is there death saving throws or does that automatically kill? Let me see.
I believe that. I think it's if your entire health pool is knocked out, I believe you are dead. Straight up.
No, yeah, you're right. If you have a major wound, and that counts as a major wound. So, yeah, you are. For now, you're out of the game, but I'm going to bring you back. Don't worry. But you
thanks.
you just took a huge shotgun blast to the chest. Your blood goes flying everywhere, and you smash against the wall, and you crumple to the floor, and your eyes glaze over, and that's that.
I just redecorated the room. I don't see a problem with this. Beautiful shade of red.
Should I make a sanity?
Yes.
I'm sure I just splatter.
What about
You need to make a sanity, and Thomas, you also need to make a sanity at hard because you just shot and killed Charles. Not Thomas. I switched that up. Charles, you need to make a hard sanity roll because you just shot and killed Thomas on accident.
Goodness.
I failed. I am indefinitely insane at the moment. Oh wait, nope. One more. I'm so good for now.
Let me see what your point. I have to roll for to see your damage, though.
I passed.
You pass. Wow.
I'm fine with him. I'm fine with that.
You only take 1 point of damage, and Javier, you take 3 points of sanity damage.
Okay, I am indefinitely insane now.
Okay, I think that incites a bout of madness, right?
Yes, I gain a bout of madness, and then I gain a permanent character quirk.
All right, you gain a
So you would basically change a part of my backstory, whether it be my ideology,
Yep.
my location.
All right, let me think about this. What is your? Wish I had your character sheet on me. What is your ideology right now?
My ideology is I am a superstitious man who believes in the spirit world.
Okay, change that to I'm a superstitious man who knows the spirit world is out to get me.
Who believes in the spirit world is out to...
They want to kill the living. The living are the enemy. And you are...
Then, so my phobia and mania, it would be the fear of the unknown, or the
Fear of death, really.
Fear of death.
Fear of dead things in general. Necrophobia, I guess you would call it. Yeah. Yeah.
Necrophobia. Nice. I already have that, so...
Okay, so now there's a glass woman in the room.
Yeah, how... Jeez. Okay, so Thomas is done. He's dead.
Yeah, Thomas is all over the floor.
Yeah, and me. Charles, how close is Charles to me? Well, he's got a desk on top of him.
Yeah, he's at the end of the room. His ribs are cracked, and he's on the floor, and he's breathing heavily and coughing really bad. You are hearing the hissing noise again.
goodness.
Do I hear it or just him?
Just him.
Okay.
Just me?
Yep.
Any sand rolls?
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, I am insane at the moment. I'm going to take off my cap, throw it on the ground. I give up. What am I supposed to do?
Charles, he's
I
like,
can't
give
do
up.
this anymore.
You
The
can't
glass
give up.
woman
What's going on?
walks over to you. I know what you can do.
Don't touch me. You get away from me.
I know what you can do. You must believe me. I can help you. What Winters is doing is madness.
This isn't madness. This is Sparta, man. This is crazy. I think I'm just basically a crumpled up ball on the floor right now. I would honestly say he's probably weeping his eyes out right now. He's done.
Yeah, alright. The glass woman attempts to make you realize that she has something that she can help you win this somehow. But you are insane. Your friend is dead. Your other friend is nearly dead. And you are just sitting here realizing that the whole world is trying to kill you. And this was not worth the story. Although in the back of your mind you are like, I would need to water it down because not many people would believe most of this. But this would still make a hell of a story. Suddenly the trapdoor swings open. And a very tall and thin man with sunken features and a fancy suit kind of puts a cane up on the floor and pulls himself out of the trapdoor.
I'm gonna call the shotgun.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna go to the shotgun.
Alright, the shotgun is discharged. You need to reload it.
Okay,
And I'm pretty sure Charles has the bullets.
okay,
The double barrel. It might have one shot in it, unless both of them went off.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I thought, because since it's double barrel, he probably only shot one.
But I probably would only have like 2 to 4 more shells in my pocket, because I'm not gonna go shoot up a place.
Either way, I'm gonna reload the shotgun either way, so.
Alright, you go to the shotgun. And I guess you try to reload it, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Alright, you attempt to reload the shotgun. Do you have the bullets for it, though? Like, didn't we just...
I don't. I was gonna get them off of Charles.
Alright.
Because Charles is still...
The man...
Yeah, I'm still alive somewhat. I'm just bleeding out.
The man turns to you guys. And his hands are shaking. He's holding his cane at an angle from his body. And he holds out his hand. And you see that on his hand, kind of carved into his hand, is the symbol that you saw at the in the place, in the cabin, the occultic symbol.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch as the lady slowly starts turning to ice. And she freezes over and then stops moving.
Is he glass?
He does not appear to be glass at all.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Was I able to reload the shotgun?
Let's see.
Was Charles conscious enough to give me the bullets?
Make a luck roll.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe he needs to make a con roll as well, so he stays conscious.
Is he at 0 hit points?
He's at 1.
I think he's all right then until he goes down to 0 without being. Does he have a major wound?
Yeah.
Okay. If you go to 0, you're dead now. Just so you know.
Okay. You still want me to make the luck roll?
I do. Yes.
Okay. That is a success.
All right. You managed to reload the shotgun.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up, real shaky, and aim it at him. What the hell is going on here?
Why? Like,
Why?
What are you doing in my office? I thought I had them get rid of you. I had my people. They were going to make you into something far greater than you yourself are already. What, did you resist them? Is that what happened? How did you get in here?
Your cronies failed. That's what happened. Now, what are you doing here?
I'm simply doing business.
This is not business. This is not normal.
All right. Thomas, you have felt something moving through you since you felt your body fall limp to the ground, but you did not feel any sense of peace, and you did not feel as though you departed. You felt as though your spirit or your soul or whatever your driving force or matter that makes you who you are in this flesh sack did not exit. Something was keeping it in. And you feel that that somehow you are dead. You understand that you are dead. But you feel whatever was in your back is accelerating because you died. And you feel your back start to turn brittle and cold. And it is spreading over the rest of your body as well. 1 second.
You gonna be able to eat?
I mean, what do you mean? Should I stop, or are you gonna get?
I'm gonna be able to eat.
Probably.
All right, I'm gonna bring you a plate of food in about 10 minutes.
Thank you. All right. All right. Let's unmute. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so you man, this situation escalated really fast.
Yeah.
All right, so you're feeling that go slowly moving over your whole body. You feel it turning brittle and cold. Soon you will be almost functioning again, but suddenly you realize something. You have been fighting the good. You have been the bad guy this whole time. You realize that whatever is causing the glass is moving humanity forward. This will make you unable to die. This will make you unable to be hurt. This strange feeling is that of immortality. And it is the next step in your evolutionary process. And you realize that you guys have been fighting change, but that change is inevitable. And as you realize this, you understand that you need to convince your friends of this. And if they continue to stand in the way of this change, then maybe they're not the friends you thought they were. You are almost able to move again, but not yet. Okay, Zeke and Charles, you're kind of conscious now. You are in an excruciating pain and a lot of shock as you look around the room. But you're awake and you're aware of what's going on. Zeke, what are you... You were still talking, right?
Yeah, what did Winters say? He was just doing business?
Yes. He said he's doing business.
What kind of business is this?
This is an extremely important one. This is the only thing that I could do. I was down on my luck, and something offered me the truth. Undead King has a cat of Volthar next to him. Sorry, distracted by the cat of Volthar. And you've been meddling and sticking your nose in places where it's not supposed to be, and just
that is exactly what you have been doing. You are meddling with forces that you can't even possibly comprehend.
You think that I don't understand what I'm dealing with?
I think that exactly. You are messing with forces.
You don't even know me. Who are you to make such assumptions? I know I've done my research. I've been working for this for a long time.
I've done my research as well. And if you were smart, you would have left that alone.
I have nothing else. There was nothing else, and now I have everything in the world. We are rich. Glasston is thriving. I've brought peace and security and justice to this town.
At what cost?
The cost of more hard workers, more money for everyone, more jobs and opportunities for these people's children to have a better life and to go to some prestigious academy somewhere.
I've heard enough. I'm gonna shoot him with the shotgun.
You're gonna shoot him? Okay. Let me see if I have these exact stats for this guy. You can roll for attack, and I will roll for his dodge.
Okay. Do I get a bonus die because of surprise attack, or no?
Okay. You... Sure, yeah, you do, yeah.
Okay.
While you're figuring this out, Thomas, you are suddenly getting thoughts put in your head that are not yours. You hear a hissing noise at first, and then it changes to hissed words. And you realize that something is telling you that Mr. Winter's time is nearly up, and that you are the one who's going to replace him. And that you need to go to the sand pit. And one second, did someone just left the, Javier just left. Okay. Hopefully he tries to get back in. If he does, I'll let him back in. Until he does, I will continue. Yeah, okay, one person is waiting. Admit. Hello? You back?
Yeah, hold on.
Alright, cool.
hold on, that didn't go right.
Okay, take your time. I'm going to continue with Thomas while we are waiting.
Alright. So I rolled an extreme success.
You got a 1.
Got a 1.
Oh, so that's... Okay, so you got a critical success.
Yeah. So that's... Does a shotgun do piercing damage?
I'm not sure, but it does 4d6 or 1d6.
I will bet it does piercing
Another
damage.
one.
You know what?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that we can... Yeah, so does piercing mean it does, like, double the damage?
Piercing means it does full damage plus whatever the roll would be. So it would be 24 plus whatever I roll.
Plus 4d6. All right, roll for that. Let's see what that is. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna join with my... Okay, there we go. I'm back on my laptop now.
Okay, did you want to leave from here and join
I'm
through
using
that?
my phone right now.
Okay. Do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Deb.
Hope you're hungry.
I am, so.
Yeah, I figured.
We're nearly, not nearly finished, but we're getting very close to being finished. Okay. Join us. There we go. All right. I apologize to everyone watching for all this confusion. We're just figuring out what's going on here.
Yeah, forgot to plug in my laptop.
Yes. Oh my goodness. That is, yeah, that's happened to me before. It sucks when I'm recording a video and
We're
have
good.
to.
It won't happen again. Okay. So...
I'm still talking. All right, so Thomas, I'm still telling you what's happening. So you are instructed to find the bus pass, and you're told that it's in the desk in this room. And then you are instructed to take the bus pass to the bus station. All right? That's what...
The shotgun did 44 damage.
In total, 44?
Yeah, because it would have been 24 with the 46, and then I rolled another 46 and got 20.
Just for context, let me find how much health this guy has. Okay, so he has 10 hit points. All right. Well, you...
basically just shot both barrels at the same time.
All right. Okay. Well, you walk up. You meet TJ Winters for the first time. I'm sorry. It's not TJ. I guess that's his. You meet Winters, whatever.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, whatever his name is. The arrogant and manipulative drug addict. In his fancy suit and cane, who's been causing all these problems, and you're finally just so fed up with what's going on that you're just like, screw you! And he goes flying through the air. Well, a lot of him does. He holds out his hand as you do that, and you see his symbol starts glowing a little bit. But then his entire stomach and chest area kind of are blown out from him. Blood goes flying everywhere. You need to make a sanity roll.
Alright, I'm gonna go into another bout of madness.
Yep.
If I fail.
Okay. You take 3 points of sanity damage from that.
That is a fail.
Oh.
I lose 3 sanity.
Yeah, I thought you said you already failed.
Yeah, I just failed. So.
All right. Cool. Yeah, 3 points of sanity.
I'm at 35, and I go into another bout of madness. I just
You
go-
jump out the window.
I start screaming.
Yeah, you start screaming and you run to the window and try to jump out it.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, so you run to the window and leap out it. And you're gonna try to just start running.
Yeah.
But let's see if you don't break your legs first. So make a.
Dex.
Yeah, just make a straight dexterity roll.
Okay. That should be good. You know what? Can I use?
You can use your luck if you need to.
Yeah, I might just use however much, because my dex is 70, and I rolled a 99.
Wait.
Might just,
You rolled a 99? Is that a... No, it's 100. That's the critical fail.
yeah, 100 is a quick crit fail.
You guys have rolled 99s like 3 times in this little in these sessions, so it's interesting. All right.
So that would be 29, right? 29?
Yes. Yeah, you can burn it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. You're only taking 3 points of damage
Okay.
from the fall. You do
You
not...
said 3?
Yeah, 3. You do not break your legs,
Okay.
and you take off running.
Sorry, Charles.
Charles, you're on the floor, and you just watched Zeke just ditch you. You also just saw him kill Mr. Winters. You don't know exactly what that's going to do, because you know that tomorrow, or not tomorrow, in like 2 days, the trucks are going to come and they're going to start shipping this stuff nationally. This glass product. And you're just sitting there and you're thinking about how you could possibly stop it when suddenly the most horrifying thing you've ever seen in your entire life happens. Thomas, who you killed, slowly stands up. And he turns to you. And you see that he is composed almost entirely of glass. Thomas, do you say anything to him before you look for the bus pass and then go to the bus station?
Is it like, do I think the same way that I did before that whole thing happened, or do I think completely differently now?
I told you your new thought process about the situation.
Yeah.
Other than that, you still have retained something of yourself. For now.
Alright. So, I couldn't think that this whole thing, even the slightest bit is suspicious. I can't think that, right?
I mean, you know, the entire situation is suspicious. But you are not thinking to yourself, oh, I'm wrong.
Alright. Sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna ask him where Zeke went.
Alright, so you just turn to Charles and you ask him where Zeke went. Charles, make a sanity roll.
God. I think I did probably the best idea I've ever had, and I love it.
I passed.
What is it? Zeke, you'd being serious? Or Javier?
Oh no, just that I.
Okay.
I just,
You're not dying or like a glass person. Well, at least not as much as I am.
Alright,
I failed that sand check.
alright.
Wait, no, I think I passed it actually. Can't remember. Got a bad memory. Yeah, I did pass it.
Oh, okay, never mind. Let's switch die then. It's not 1d12, it's 1d6 now. All right, you take 4 points. You take 4 points of sanity damage from watching the person you killed stand up and walk away.
Oh goodness.
Um,
So,
Is he glass now? Or is he still...
Charles or Thomas? Thomas is glass. Charles is not.
yeah.
Okay.
If he was, he would be following Thomas. Thomas, you go to the desk and you open one of the drawers and you find a weird piece of cardboard that has the symbol drawn on it. And something tells you that's the bus pass. You take it. You walk out of the building. You walk past the sand, L stone, and K dust. You walk past the man in the pit, who is now completely composed of glass and is kind of pacing in the pit. You have walked past the glass lady who was like frozen. She's a statue basically now. You kind of reach out and touch the statue, and it shatters and starts melting.
This is Charles doing this?
No, it's Thomas.
Okay.
And Thomas, you start marching almost zombie-like through the city, or through the town. You pass by the church, and you see the pastor in the doorway, and he kind of crosses himself as you just walk to the bus station, and there's a guy sitting by the bus station. Hello.
Hello. I have this bus pass right here.
Do you show it to him?
Yeah.
Suddenly, you see a vehicle pull up to the bus station. Now, before we continue with you, Charles, what are you doing?
Probably just sitting there, dying, listening to the hissing in his head.
All right, you hear the hissing, and it almost sounds like the hissing is telling you to go to the bus station.
Charles is gonna try to push the desk and try to crawl.
You try to stand up, and you suddenly look down, and you feel something in your chest, and you tear your shirt open right where you see it, and you see this little shiny spot on your skin, and you can see through it to the organs and the lungs, and you are realizing that the glass plague is starting to take over you, as it has been since you first had that jelly sandwich. You idiot. Okay, so
Never eat sandwiches.
yeah.
Never eat sandwiches from strange glass jars that don't break.
Yeah, don't do that.
And I guess I can learn, don't touch glass that you're not familiar with.
Just don't touch anything you're not familiar with, you know?
Yeah.
Just kind of don't move, or think, or breathe, or exist, and then you'll be fine. Okay, Zeke, you have been running, and you are going to the bus station because you are trying to get out of here, and that's the way out.
Yeah.
You see Thomas.
Oh boy.
And seeing Thomas makes you lose a point of sanity.
Another bout of madness.
Which is another bout of madness. So you see him, and you start shaking. And you suddenly realize he has all the answers. That man over there, he understands everything. He's the one who knows what's going on. You need to go find out what's going on from him.
I really don't.
No.
Okay.
You do. You really do.
Alright. I'm gonna gimp over to him with my broken ankle.
Okay. It's not broken. You didn't break anything from jumping over the thing.
My very badly sprained ankle.
All right. Yeah. Thomas, you see Zeke coming up to you, and you vaguely remember him. You've almost lost your memory of him by this point.
Alright.
Okay. I think I know you're Zeke, right?
The glass person's talking to you, Zeke.
I'm Zeke.
Okay.
You should be dead.
Do I remember dying and all that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, you see, I don't know, it's weird. I think whatever this glass thing is it's keeping me from dying. I think it's making me immortal, pretty much.
This isn't natural. This is not right.
Well, I can't help it. I don't know. I mean, I guess this is the way it's supposed to be. I mean,
humanity was never supposed to understand immortality. Immortality is not a comprehensible thing. It doesn't. Things live, things die. That's what happens.
Very true.
Well, honestly, I think it's just the next step in evolution, to be honest with you. I mean, think about it.
No, you need to think about this. If this was the next step in humanity, don't you think we would have already been evolved to that? After how much we've already been evolved?
Does that make sense?
I mean, not necessarily.
Does any of this make sense?
At this point, it's just, I don't know.
All right. Let's see, Charles. I'm assuming you went with them to the bus station. You attempted to follow them? Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to hobble my way over there.
You guys suddenly hear coughing. And you see a man walking towards you. There's a small trail of blood-splattered sand and dust behind him. And you see that he just keeps coughing. But he's walking towards you, and you recognize him. The vehicle stops in front of the bus station. It is a bus. There is no one driving it. The door is open. There's no one in it. Thomas, you hear the whispering in your voice, in your head, telling you to get on the bus.
Okay. Well, I need to get on this bus, so do you guys want to come with me?
No. Do not get on that bus.
Yes.
I have to.
Charles, what are you talking about?
Charles wants to get on the bus. He wants to end this hissing in his ears.
Come to your senses, man.
This is the only way I see an end to this.
Zeke, you can't delay the inevitable. You've got to get on, man.
I ain't getting on that crazy bus. Oh, no.
And Charles try to grab him.
Yes, you can. Wow, yes, you can, actually. Charles, are you going to try to... Obviously, you're going to try to... Zeke, I mean, you're going to try to resist it, right?
Yes, I'm gonna dodge.
All right. And, Charles, roll for... I don't know. Yeah, roll for dexterity.
I got it.
And tell us the level of your success. Because
I'm pretty sure it's just regular.
all right, regular success, and
I'm gonna use my 20 points of luck to make that a pass at 64. So I have 8 points of luck left.
all right.
Actually, that isn't a pass, but I'm gonna spend my luck.
Oh.
I just checked my stuff, and it's 5 from a pass.
All right. Use 5 luck points.
Do I know?
Okay.
And wait a minute. Zeke, what did you say you got?
I got a 64 after I took away my luck.
That's a normal pass?
Yeah.
That means that you guys both tied in the contest.
Yeah.
Can I spend some luck?
I think it's a draw. I don't think anything happens.
Nothing happens, but you can try again.
Oh.
So you dive out of the way as Charles tries to grab you and pull you onto the bus. Thomas is already in the bus. Thomas is sitting in the front seat, kind of just waiting for it to start driving away now.
Just chilling.
Yeah, you're just sitting
That's
there.
an extreme success.
You're just vibing there. So you're trying to get. So now, what are you trying to do? You trying to run away?
I'm get away. Just leave. Don't get away from him.
You're drinking from the glass again. Javier, no. Okay.
This one has Michigan on it.
That's true. It does. AJ, a roll to try to catch him again.
Yeah, I failed.
You failed, and you can't use luck to change it, right? No.
Okay.
Okay.
And I got an extreme success.
All right.
With 3.
Well, then, if Javier isn't gonna listen to my reason, then I'm just gonna get on the bus.
All right. Zeke,
Yeah, Zeke, sorry.
where are you going now?
Does the bus drive away?
The doors close, and it starts driving away. With no one in the driver's seat, it just starts driving away.
Do I lose sanity from this?
You're about to.
Okay.
I just want to know what you're planning on doing first.
I mean, right now I don't know what to do. Everything's just I'm not right now. Zeke is not okay.
All right, I'm going to. Let's see the sanity loss. That's 2 points. 2 points of sanity damage.
Okay. And I'm going to.
That sends you in a bout of madness, right?
Yeah.
You start running after the bus.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say faint, but that works.
You might faint because it's going kind of far away. To the sand pit, as Thomas knows. So, you guys are on the bus of fate, and you are. My goodness gracious. Okay. The bus trains out of town and stops at the sand pit. Suddenly, you guys see an empty, sprawling sea of sand. Infected workers are laboring away at loading sand onto a group of trucks in the area. They all are ignoring you. are you going to approach? Are you going to get off the bus and approach it?
I really don't have a choice, do I?
You are suddenly given impulses to take Charles into there. You need Charles in there. And you wish Zeke had come too so that he could be there as well. So Charles, are you following him as he approaches the main digging area?
Yeah.
All right. Suddenly, you guys hear a voice in your heads. Pitiful beings. I see you have managed to avoid my caress. No matter. It won't be long now. Welcome to the Horde. Except for you, Charles. I'm not Charles. Thomas. Thomas, you hear something very different. Well done, my friend. You are going to replace Winters as my voice to the world. The shipments are ready. And tomorrow the world will fall. And because you decided to join us, you will not fall with it. What is your reactions to this? And Zeke, you're not there yet. You're kind of still just, it's getting really hot out.
Daytime game?
Yes, it is. It is morning now.
Okay.
Sorry, I did not mention that. Dang it, I really should have mentioned that. No, yeah. You guys, when you made it to the bus station, it was getting to morning. The bus drove for like 20 minutes. The sun is up now. So, Cody and AJ, what are your reactions to the voice you just heard in your head?
Well, how, mentally gone is Thomas at this point? Like, does he still think the same way that he used to, or is he just completely gone?
What is it that you want to do?
Well, I kind of want him to, realize that, it said that the world will fall, so he kind of realizes it's not, as good as he thought it was.
All right, that's a good justification for it. So we can say that you have a sense of doubt in your God now. You feel as though you've been misled a little bit. You are not 100% sure, and you are still kind of... You feel as though your master is very, very close right now. Whatever the voice is, it is very near to you. And because of how close you are to it, it is imposing its thoughts above yours. And it's almost taking control of your body by this point. So while your mind has a doubt, your body does not. Because this creature, or this thing, is now using your body as it wants. And you continue leading Charles to the slaughter. Charles, you've made it to the pit. And suddenly, you see something come out of the ground. It is a prism. All the creatures, all of the people that are near the digging area go running as this strange, shining prism slowly rises out of the sand. And it gets taller and taller and taller and taller as it keeps going up until you almost can no longer see where it ends. And out of the prism are growing little tentacles. Strange tentacles. And and covering each tentacle, these tentacles made of glass. Instead of little suction things, there's eyes. Glowing red eyes. And this creature imposes its name on your brain. And suddenly you hear its name over and over and over again in your head. Now let me write its name into the... I can't even pronounce it, so... let me write it into the chat on here. Alright, there's the creature's name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit hard to pronounce.
Bit of a tongue twister for you.
Okay. Well, since Charles is like dying and half crazy and stuff, he thinks that this thing is gonna help him like it helped Thomas. It brought him back to life.
The tentacles go in. The tentacles all go into you, and lift you off the ground, and you feel what is in your lungs. What was once a disease, what was once a intruder, has become you, and you feel it accelerate the growth process. So when this disease first entered into your system, let me find this. When the microbes infesting the glass, the sand, first penetrated the epidermal layers of your skin and began multiplying, it was a slow build. But now, the infection is in total control over your victim. You have become a shell of glass with organs and other assorted innards visible through the layers of glass skin. You can now heal wounds by absorbing sand, and you can shapeshift your general appearance, and your glass self is almost unbreakable. It feels unbreakable. You feel invincible. And now, Zeke,
That sounds pretty awesome.
you're panting as you walk up and you see this pole thing going up into the sky. And you smile as you see that. You just kind of look at it. It's pretty. It's reflecting sunlight, turning it into like a rainbow. It's very nice looking. There's a lot of tentacles with red eyes coming out of it, and it's all made of glass. Except for the eyes. The eyes are wet and slimy. Zeke, what are you going to do? You just made it up here, and you just watched your friend get impaled.
You know, my insanity is telling me this entire world is out to get me. I think.
You know what? I think I might try to help you here. Let me think. Make an intelligence roll.
Okay.
I'm going to try and give you a clue, because right now, you guys, yeah, this is not going very well.
Zeke is not okay. I'm going to continue to say that. Yeah, that's a success. He himself if I were Z in this situation, would give up because it's too far gone. I think I'm not going up to that. I think I just
kind of kneel down in the sand and just start like moving backwards.
yeah, basically just like, no, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Just kill me now, basically.
You suddenly feel something in the back of your mind. And you feel a sense that there's something more ancient, more powerful, and more real than this tall pole in the sand could ever be, speaking to you. And you suddenly remember something. It puts a memory into the forefront of your brain. The memory of Winters holding his hand out with the carving on it to freeze and liquefy the glass, the person of glass.
Yeah, it froze her.
And this memory is just at the forefront of your brain.
So, do I remember that symbol?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to take my pen out of my satchel. I'm going to draw that symbol on my hand.
All right.
Ah, chicken. Nice.
You take the pen out, and you draw the symbol on your hand, and you suddenly feel... You suddenly feel as though I'm going to wait for you to return.
Here, I'll make it accurate.
Okay, you do that.
So there was a circle with a 9-star pentagram.
Yep. You feel almost as though what you're doing right now is not enough. You realize that some loss must be involved. And your insane mind starts digging the pen in deeper.
Yeah.
Digging the pen in deeper. Digging it in deeper. Until you draw blood.
Right.
And you basically use the pen to bruise and carve into your skin this symbol.
Okay.
Now, what are you gonna do?
I think I'm just gonna hold my hand out and walk towards it.
You hold your hand out and begin walking towards it.
You know what? I think I'll draw it on my other hand too.
You do that. Yep. All right. You take the other hand, and this time you're a lot more aggressive. Right at the beginning, you stab the pen into your hand and start ripping the thing into your hand. You take a point of damage from that.
Okay. I'll be okay if I die at the end of this because this is too much for me. Okay. I got both my hands carved with that symbol.
Your head is woozy. It hurts. Everything hurts. And you're walking with your hands out. And you feel the heat beating down upon you. And suddenly the thing's tentacles start coming towards you. And they stab you in the stomach, in the chest, in the neck.
Okay.
And they start changing your body into the glass. And
take
when
both my hands with symbols, and I'm gonna grab onto the main tentacle or whichever one it is.
you start feeling something in you, something being ripped out of you.
That's not good.
Let me see. Let me read exactly what this does. All right. So first of all, I want to mention that when you carved the symbol into your other hand, that did not feel good on the glass and the rash
Oh yeah, because my right hand does have
at all. That was no. All right. How many magic points are you going to invest in this? How much of yourself are you willing to put on the line here?
Well, I have 10 magic points. I'll use all 10.
You also lose 10. You lose 10 magic and 10 sanity from this.
Okay.
You need to make a power roll.
Yep. Gotcha. And you said 10 sanity?
Yes.
32, 22. Okay. And Mr. Cow.
Um.
Come on, Vin. I got this. Go. Success. Hard success.
All right. So, let me roll for him. 1 second. Let me find him. This is getting crazy.
You probably didn't expect it to go down this road.
Nope. No, I did not. I'm pretty sure the door opening may have been the most cataclysmic thing that's happened.
Yeah, I would agree.
The door opened and everyone died.
Doors are not good for Charles.
The door opened. Charles got obliterated.
Nice. You succeeded. You've... Yeah, see, the problem here... There's a problem here.
For us?
Yeah. Well, mainly for you. The other two have already joined. No. Karenerica. Yeah, Kianeric. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like it is Kianeric.
It's the same backwards and forwards, in case anyone wanted to notice that.
Amblophiliacs are probably hating that word.
The creature takes 10 points of damage from your spell. The tentacles freeze, break, and liquefy on the ground.
Okay.
And the thing gets smaller. The pole starts going down. And it starts going down really fast. Are you going to do anything? It starts changing into more of a blob shape at the bottom.
Where am I to them?
They're like 20 feet away from you, the main two people, and they just saw you do this, and they're like speechless. Thomas, you actually might want to attack him for what he just did to your master.
Okay. So Thomas is like no more, pretty much, mentally.
Unless they can defeat this creature, that is correct.
Alright, so wait, did I get lifted up?
No, it was Charles who got lifted up.
Okay.
He's been put down now, though, because he's been pumped full of this stuff, and he's a glass person now.
Alright.
Yay for you!
Not for me.
Honestly, I think he's good. I think I'm not gonna, try to pronounce that, but I think that Thomas believes he is so powerful that there's no way that he's gonna lose. It probably,
That makes sense. Okay.
So he's probably not gonna do anything.
You've become arrogant from your new powers, obviously. That works. Yeah. Okay.
He got it.
Charles would like to start absorbing the sand around him and healing himself with it.
Oh yeah. You can gain back all your health from doing that.
Thomas is just like, this puny mortal has nothing against my eldritch Kiririak?
Yeah.
Just getting old.
Way back at the full health.
The prism thing has become a blob of glass. And so you used all your magic points, right? Okay. Suddenly, a ton of glass shards consolidate in the air and start raining down at a hail speed and piercing the workers, and you need to make a dodge roll to see if it misses you.
Me?
Yeah. It's trying to kill you.
Yeah. 100. Yeah, no.
You take only 2 points of damage as a shard cuts into your shoulder. You're dead?
Yeah, I'm at 0 hit points.
Alright, and now he's going to... It takes its tentacles and sharpens them into blades. And you're just on the floor, bleeding out, watching hazily. Both of your palms are bleeding. Do you have any points in Cthulhu Mythos?
No.
Let's say I'm supposed to give it to you when you see creatures and stuff from it, right? And read from the tomes and stuff. Okay. Let's say you have a 10% Cthulhu Mythos skill, okay?
Okay.
Make a Cthulhu Mythos roll. So 1 to 10 you succeed. Anything else you fail.
Yeah.
Fail? Okay. This is... Okay. It slowly sharpens its tentacles into blade-like things. And whirls them at high velocity. And it starts dicing you up like butter.
Yeah.
And it goes, and you kind of just slide apart. And you're pretty dead. That does, let me see how much, let me just make sure how much damage it does first. Let's just make sure that you actually died.
Well, I was already at 0 hit points, so I was. Yeah, I'm pretty dead.
Okay, 46 damage, yeah. Okay. Yeah, glass guillotine. Okay. All right, you guys. He died, and he was the last.
A lot of damage.
He was the last link to sanity, and Thomas and Charles. You just watched Zeke get completely annihilated. Very good. I am. I was eating what was easier to eat while I was playing. So Thomas and Charles, you guys, you've become shells of your former selves, and you are glass constructs basically now. And the following day, you assist in the shipments. And you always have this feeling in the back of your heads that you're doing something wrong. Except for you, Thomas. Thomas, you become the new CEO of the glass company in Glasston. You remain CEO for the next 6 months as the shipments begin going out. But, something happens. Something... In the following 6-7 months, suddenly everything starts going wrong for Glasston. Let me find the exact way this works out. So first off, yeah. All right. So first off, it's within a year, the creature's thralls number in hundreds of millions, and it reveals itself to the globe, sending everyone into a panic. Glasston is the first town to fall completely under its control, and is eventually completely destroyed. The K-dust, which is basically particles of dust off this creature, is what infects millions across the world. And you guys eventually, Thomas, you eventually are usurped by the next person that this creature decides to put in the CEO position, until finally it kills the leader and puts itself in its place. And Charles, you remain a thrall for thousands of years as a new empire is built under this creature's control. And then eventually the stars turn right. And then this creature realizes that maybe it should not have been so arrogant to assume that it can control the earth. Yeah. That's all I've got. That's all she wrote. You guys are all dead. Okay.
Expecting the case to go like that.
Yeah, there's never really that big of a story about it.
You're not going to get that story put out.
Nope. Wow. Okay. That was like a total TPK. Jeez.
Yeah. I like how slow the build up was until that one door opened and it just all went into
like boom. Everything was crazy.
As soon as that door opened, it was all downhill from there.
It's crazy though, because that girl was supposed to help you. And the book had the spell in it, the occult book, but it was in Latin. But that spell could have killed the creature, but you needed way more magic points invested into it. But yeah, you guys did really good. You guys did really good at the role playing and everything. Yeah, thank you guys very much for playing. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was really, really fun.
Would you do it again another time? Maybe not anytime soon, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be running Rune Quest soon, but in the future sometime, would you do it again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, cool. Before I finish, I got some things I got to rattle off. First off, Cody, I'm just going to ask, the other two of you, you don't have social media you would want, Okay, yeah. That's what I figured. Cody, you have a channel, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. I'm going to put a link to your channel in the description of this video. Anyone who's watching, go check out his channel. You do some gaming stuff, but then you've recently started branching out into more scary, skits, comedic, but also scary-ish. Yeah. So yeah, you could go check out his channel. He has some great content on there. Anyone who's still watching, thank you very, very much for watching and for going with us on this journey. You can find, I'm going to comment below, a link to where you can download this scenario. This second session was a lot more in tune with what the actual scenario called for, although again it was still 50% improv, so go read for yourself what the actual outline is. And you can see where we went off the beaten path. You can see how, the ways they could have succeeded, all that. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you haven't already, and I'll be back soon with more content, and hopefully these guys will be back for more playing. Until then, Deathstroke9 out. Thank you guys so much for playing, and yeah, I'm going to end the stream now. Ending the stream. There we go. All right.